Alright, hello everyone and welcome to Culture of Gaming's Power Up Podcast, episode 79, being recorded live on July the 13th, 2019. I'm your host, Taylor, and this week I'm of course joined by Anthony. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing well. What about yourself?
Doing awesome, thank you. What have you been up to this past week? Enjoying the Sony lifestyle you got going there?
Yeah, Sony lifestyle. I got rid of my Switch, which we all know. I got rid of that probably, 2 weeks ago now, or a week ago or something like that. I just wasn't using it, so I thought I might as well get a PS4 and actually play some games that I enjoy. Upgraded in a sense, and also got a new chair as well because my old one broke, so that is going quite well.
Are you sitting in it right now?
I am sitting in it right now. As you can see, it is a secret lab. It's one of the higher end ones, which is awesome. Very comfortable, made out of leather, so that's the way to go, really. So really enjoying that, and haven't really been playing that much this week. What have I been playing? Heck. Obviously been playing some God of War. Not really getting through that much, just like running around and exploring and whatnot. Been playing some Anthem as well. Look, okay, let me just say, Here we go.
Are we gonna do our pentagram of rage again?
No.
Okay.
Let me just say, okay, the gunplay and the exploration isn't that bad. Okay?
No, that was nobody ever had any problems with those.
I'm just saying, it's not that bad. I don't
Okay.
fully hate it. It's just the world and everything feels dead. So I'm kind of getting some enjoyment out of it, which is good, I guess. So I guess that's a positive point on that. I am getting Spider-Man 2 next week, so
nice.
Spider-Man, but hopefully I'll enjoy that. I loved Spider-Man 2. I like the whole swinging mechanics and all that kind of stuff, so I am very keen for that. And I'm kind of a bit like inundated about what I should get next kind of thing, so it's because there's too many choices. So it's just like kind of go with whatever you want to get in a sense first and go from there. So aside from that, I haven't really been PC gaming that much this week. Been playing some Uno. That's about it.
Yeah,
I noticed that.
Uno on one of the last days of the summer sale. I was just like,
Got it for $3.
Wait, what was it?
Uno.
Oh, no.
Taylor
Weird
and Matt
deal.
and I played some for like 3 hours. Wasn't
Yeah.
it? So that's crazy.
Just screaming at each other the whole time. It was great.
Did you know that company made a sequel called Dose? My dad got it the other day.
No
we played it.
way.
No,
it is
you're not.
weird.
No, this is fake news,
I'm not
right?
kidding. It's
Hold
real.
on.
It's real. You can look it up.
Uno
I don't think they'll
sequel
ever publish it.
Dose.
He's right.
Oh my god, you're right.
called Dose.
Dose.
Oh yeah,
No.
I played it the other day. I don't even remember what it's about.
Wait, so it's just
The
the
world's
same,
number
but
2 card game.
what's the
I don't
difference?
know who asked for it. Gosh, I totally forgot.
Hold on.
No, it's not that much different. It's not really that much different. I think they changed.
Oh, that's really dumb.
Uno.
2 to 4 players, draw cards. Whoever has the highest number is the dealer. The dealer then deals everyone 7 cards each and takes 2 cards from the deck and places them face up next to each other. This is the center row.
Uno was originally released in 1971. Okay.
Yeah, it's a
Whoa.
classic, right?
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Dose.
There you go.
So, okay,
That's
so
your fact for the day.
It's kind of like Monopoly Deal in a sense, if anybody's played that.
I
Which
have
is
not,
like
but-
a Monopoly card game in a sense, like you line up houses. And
Oh, that's dumb.
cards. It's similar
I
to
gotcha.
that.
It's like a quicker version.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks cool, eh?
I've derailed this conversation. I'm sorry.
And you were
but
concerned,
Dose
hey,
is-
we might not have enough topics, so should we get a... It'll be fine.
How much is it on Steam? I'm getting it.
No. I remember learning like a cheese strat for like the Monopoly board game, and it just like if you play with people, you better make sure like you can defend yourself with something because it'll start to get violent.
Here's what you do. You just get the first 2 spaces, Baltic, and what's the other one? The other brown space. You get the first 2
Brown.
spaces on the board. Yeah, those 2. The first 2 brown spaces, and you just monopolize the heck out of those and build like 3 hotels. That's all you ever need. Just do it. That's how you win.
Okay.
Okay.
I think
Monopoly
it's like
strat for the day.
statistically, it's like the red ones are the best or something.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it's
Probably.
blue.
They're more expensive.
You
though.
farm the red.
But yeah,
You farm the
they're
red.
like the
Think of it as an investment
one.
for your future. That's the thing.
yes. I can only buy houses in Monopoly. I will never buy one in real life because of the housing market.
Which is renter's market, am I right?
Yeah.
Andrew, you're here. How are you? Welcome back.
I'm
sir.
well. Thank you. Yeah, I was out camping
Nice.
last podcast, so I was really busy, and then I forgot to tell everybody. So I was trying to scramble
Okay.
and trying to talk to people like while camping was not great in my no service area.
Yeah.
Sure, I can imagine.
Not a fun time.
Yeah.
Not a fun time.
No, but in terms of games, I've actually been playing a lot of different stuff here and there recently. One I can't talk about in the fighting realm. More on that next week, I believe.
Okay.
Okay.
NDA.
So we got a new game next week. But I launched up the Xbox Game Pass on my PC, which is awesome. It's like $5 right now for a month, or you get like $1 a month and then $5 from there.
Yeah.
And they put out some new stuff on there, like
Did they?
day and day release. Yeah. So like I've been playing Void Bastards, which is a
Good things
cool
about that.
game. Yeah, it's like a rogue. I don't know. I'm gonna get yelled at. Roguish type game, where like you die and you get a new character, and they have like little perks.
It's made by Ken Levine, the Bioshock System Shock guy.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Oh, it was? Okay. Yeah.
It's made by someone who made Bioshock and System Shock. That's all I remember.
Okay. The writing's really fun. Like you have prisoners and you're going to you're trying to collect rebuild the spaceship, but like the prisoners are like dehydrated, so you like open a pack it up and like pour water on them and like the prisoner pops out. It's pretty clever. Yeah, and like the shooting is fine. It's like mouse and keyboard. It reminds me more of like Doom shooting, like you're strafing and quick shooting. It's cool. I'm enjoying that on PC. I'm also playing on Game Pass's Blazing Chrome. Ooh,
What is
game.
that?
It's like it's like I've been looking forward to this. I'm so glad it's on Game Pass. It's a mix of like Metal Slug and Contra. It's just
no.
it's like a weight in my heart. Yeah, it's so good. Like
So you're never beating it though.
well, this is easier, okay?
Okay.
There's
Okay.
like checkpoints mid mission and stuff. So
Oh.
I think I'm gonna stream some either tonight or tomorrow. We'll see.
Okay.
I'm gonna mess with
I
that.
like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
I'm gonna check that one out. That looks cool.
It's
Okay.
super cool. So check out Blazing Chrome. And then of course Apex Season 2. Been kind of messing with that.
I've yet to play that. I forgot that was out. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't been playing the new character because she doesn't seem like
Watson.
to my style. But I've been
Yeah.
playing Caustic and he's really fun. I don't
Is
know.
he? Is he fun now? Okay.
Yeah, I think he's fun. They like buffed him. They gave him like a because he's a big character.
Yeah.
He takes like 10% less damage. I
Doesn't
think.
Gibraltar have that same thing also?
Yeah, him and Gibraltar are the two big boys. So they take 10% less damage. And then they like changed the.
Thick.
Yeah. And they changed like some guns. Like they added some some stuff for like the Mozambique, making it like kind of viable.
Yeah.
Nice.
And,
One of the
yeah.
more powerful guns now, apparently.
You
I
can do
believe
like
it.
you can one shot somebody with Mozambique now.
That's incredible. Okay.
That's
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
if they don't have armor, you
yeah.
can one shot someone. And then they added like these hop ups that like they take either there's like one hop up for the like RE45 and the alternator. It's super good. It just like melts through shields.
Okay.
So like that's like the new meta. Like people are like or even not the RE45 but the regular little pistol. People are like holding on to the pistols actually and stuff like that. It's pretty wild how like game changing it's been.
Apparently they've changed it enough that it feels like a completely new game.
It's still Apex.
Yeah.
You're still going places, looting, shooting. Characters are basically the same. No one's changed power wise.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's still changed the map a little bit. They added a few things here and there. But Apex is good. Like it's a good game.
Okay.
So like more content is just welcome.
So I guess
I
they
think get
made.
used to it on PS4.
I guess the best way of describing it is like they've made the power ramp start at a higher place and more not as steep. Because it used to be
Kind of.
you pick up a P2020 and you only roll with it until found something else, but now it's just like you're not totally SOL if that's the only okay.
If you find the hop up for those guns, they could be viable.
Okay.
And they mess with some numbers, some do more damage, some stuff, just less damage. So
okay.
Overall, welcome. The season 2 battle pass is here. They got rid of like the lame like counters, like you're gonna get killed. How many kills you have this season or whatever. That's like not on the paid pass anymore. So they kind of just messed with that and just made it just better stuff. You get a lot more crafting material. Like I was actually able to craft a legendary last night with just from grinding.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
yeah, that's cool.
Okay. And then Ethan, welcome back to the podcast, sir. You're no longer
Hey.
with Culture of Gaming, but you're still welcome on anytime to the podcast. And
thank
glad
you.
to have
Thank
you.
you. Appreciate that.
So what you been up to?
Quite a bit recently. I went back and I played Doom 2016 for the first time. That's a joy of a game right there.
Ooh.
It's so good, so good.
I picked up during that Days of Play sale. I picked up Last of Us last month. I really like that. Taylor says that game's overrated. Yeah, for some reason, like a bozo, I totally dismissed. I didn't realize that there was DLC to that game.
There's DLC to
There's
that
DLC
game?
called
Yeah.
yeah, Last of Us Left Behind. I don't know. I just passed it up for some reason. And I just got back to that like a couple days ago. Played it in like a day. Dang, that's some good DLC.
Okay.
It explores some of like Ellie's relationship and how she actually turned out to be lesbian. And it's very good, very well done.
It's good.
Anyway, but most of my gaming time has been spent with a little game called Dark Souls 3 that Taylor gifted me last week. Which thank you, by the way.
No
Appreciate
problem.
that. It's been kicking my butt, but I'm kicking back, and it's a lot of good times. Dark Souls, I feel like, gives you Stockholm Syndrome in that way, but at some point you just kind of become numb to the pain, and you just push through. And it's beautifully dark, I guess you could say. A lot more linear than the first one. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but mechanically, I'd say it's just as good as ever. So anyway, that's a lot of games from like 2016 and earlier.
Okay.
Basically, is what I've been playing. So.
Have you been on Mario Maker 2 at all?
No, I haven't. I fell off that game hard. I haven't actually created a level, but
Okay.
it's actually kind of funny. I found a Dark Souls themed Mario Maker 2 level where somebody made Sen's Fortress
Oh, that's cool.
in Mario Maker 2.
Okay.
It's very cool. Yeah, it's very, very cool. But I've also been thinking about I was really on the verge of it today. I'm thinking about picking up a PlayStation 3 at a pawn store because there's no better way to play the original Red Dead Redemption and the first 3 Metal Gear Solid games. And I've never owned.
Do you have a Xbox 360?
No, I don't.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
Xbox One?
No.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. So
Okay.
anyway, I never owned a PlayStation 3, and there's a pretty good deal on it at a local pawn shop. So I'm thinking about doing that.
Nice.
So
Okay.
keep it posted. Anyway, that's me.
Okay. Well, let's see. This past week, slowly working my way through Return of the Obra Dinn. Ethan,
Oh yeah.
Ethan gifted it to me during the sale also in exchange for a Dark Souls 3. So that was nice of him. It's the Summer of
problem.
Giving. Yeah, it's Summer of Giving. And so, yeah, it's a very unique game. I kind of like, I've spent so much time just like screwing around with the visuals a little bit, just like turning it to like classic or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like the classic ones. I think I've just settled on the like black and white Mac 2 or whatever. Apple
Yeah,
2.
I just settled with just the original with the Macintosh one for sure.
Yeah, I think that was the little less, or it was certainly the most clear out of all of them. Which I like.
How far are you in the game?
I have like 7 names crossed off.
7 names across. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a certain tipping point, or once you get like 20 or 30 or so, you're just gonna start crossing them off right and left, and recognizing all sorts of patterns.
Okay.
How are you liking it so far? Because it's my favorite indie game just of all time.
It's very, very unique.
Yes.
It's very, very unique. I'll give it that. It
Absolutely.
wasn't at all what I was expecting at first, though.
Mhm.
You know, it's like when you were first talking about it to me a little bit, and it's like, oh, you have to like recover, like figure out what happened to a ship or something. I figured you would be exploring like a derelict spaceship or something.
No, not quite.
And it's like going through like captain's logs and whatnot, and trying to figure, almost like a Dead Space sort of thing, almost.
Right.
But yeah, but it's like, no, this is definitely not that. It is like colonial-esque era sort of thing. But no, it's very fun, and I say unique just because like I've never seen an indie game go with that visual style in particular and everything. It's a lot different than just the old like 8-bit, 16-bit. It's the very early 3D like linear geometry stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like the way that it's presented is very, very good as well. So
Yes,
I'll give it that.
definitely. Lucas Pope, the guy who designed that, made Papers, Please way back in the day.
Oh,
he's
okay.
really, really good. Yeah, he's
I've
really,
played
really
that.
good at making. He's really good at making UI, and he's also good at composing music. That game just drips with music that sounds like it comes from Papers, Please. So, yeah, yeah, just keep pushing through that game. You're gonna adore it by the end. You're gonna love it.
Okay. And then, let's see, past that, City Skylines, a little bit of Sekiro, a little bit of Civ 6, just usual stuff, CSGO, stuff like that.
I've been playing League of Legends.
I was gonna say, it's like, I've gotten back into League of Legends this past week quite a bit, actually.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I played it in high school a little bit, and I haven't played it since I got to college, until now. So, yeah.
Nearly as bad as Eve.
Huh? Nearly as bad as
Nearly
Eve.
as bad as Eve.
Okay. So yeah. That's been that, and I mean, the community is just as toxic as ever. So,
What more can you expect?
nothing has changed. Nothing has changed.
Taylor, I'm curious. You've gotten back into League of Legends. Have you heard about this whole auto chess thing that's been circulating around the internet?
I've heard the term auto chess. I really haven't cared about what it is though. But what is that? So what exactly is auto chess though? Like,
Auto chess, auto battler. It's been given a couple names. It's supposed to be this mix between a MOBA and like a card game, and that is supposed to be more turn-based.
Okay.
And you're spawning these units on a field that's much smaller. And it's more turn-based. I haven't tried it myself yet. I was just curious. But everyone's jumping on it because apparently it's supposed to be this kind of sleeper hit right now. Valve's made a version. Riot's made a version. I think
Tencent made a version.
Yeah, Tencent jumped on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be the next big thing, but
Yeah.
it's weird.
Okay.
Yeah. People on Twitch especially are taking it over. So I don't know. Check it out. Maybe
It's on
something worth
mobile.
talking about.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
on
I
mobile
think
as
so.
well.
I think it suits a mobile platform really well. Anyway,
Okay.
Taylor, you should check that out. Sounds maybe something worth talking about in the next podcast.
Maybe. All right.
Oh, that also reminds me of Dr. Mario. I played Dr. Mario.
Oh,
that
yeah.
game.
How's that going?
Okay, how's that?
Oh yeah.
Bad. It's not good.
I messed around with it a bit too. I did like the first, like half of the first level, realized, oh, this is nothing like Dr. Mario World, and instantly turned it off.
I wonder if it's
Or,
on
this is
Android.
something like Dr. Mario, yeah.
I think it is
It's
on
on
Android.
It is on Android. Dr. Mario World.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There you go.
I got to play as
Install.
Dr. Bowser, which seems
Oh.
like a bad thing, but
Maybe questionable.
yeah.
Pretty
I
good
don't
as
know.
in.
I was looking at like some of the characters. Like apparently Toad has a doctorate or whatever,
What?
PhD.
Okay.
Yoshi has a PhD, so
What?
They're just
That's
handing them out to
insulting
anyone.
Everyone's intelligent.
I'm moving to the Mushroom Kingdom to get a PhD and be rich. So excuse me.
Perfect.
Oh, dear.
But no, yeah, it's not great. It's got like a really old school style. Like it looks like Candy Crush, like the map with the dots like on it. You know, like where you pick a level. It's basically like Candy Crush style. And then it even has like the once you play a level, you like, lose a life.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
You know, yeah. So
And
like the-
And it's
the-
got,
like,
Like 40 minutes to go back into it, kind of thing.
yeah, it like the first like
it's a little
like
bit bright.
10 levels are like or something like that. They'll let you just play as many times as you need to. But it doesn't. I don't know. Like I had a trouble like with the touchscreen, like because you can't drag things backward, you only drag them up. So if you go just slightly too far with the touchscreen, it just like
What is my
freaks
goal
out.
here? Oh,
Well,
never mind. I see.
You
That was
gotta-
the thing. That was the thing for me.
Yeah.
Mechanically, it's just so far removed from the original Dr. Mario. It's nothing like it because you're dragging these pieces up in the correct
Mhm.
slot. It's not coming slowly
can-
from the top to the bottom.
you can
It's so
drop them
weird.
slowly up the hill or up. I
Oh,
mean,
you
it makes
can.
sense, but like
Oh.
the way your
Yes.
eyes work on a phone, it's easier to like track down, like down to up rather than up to down with your thumb in the way.
Well, maybe it's just because I
Uh,
wasn't paying attention.
I
suppose.
don't know.
This is weird.
I don't feel
I
like
don't
I don't
think-
feel like they're. I don't feel like they were marketing it that way though,
Mm.
as like a reinvention of Dr. Mario or something. I thought it was just going to be, yeah, it's Dr. Mario, same game, maybe a new coat of paint. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
totally
yeah.
different. I don't know.
It looks. I don't know. It
for
looks
me.
weird too. Like the Mario in the beginning just looks weird
Yeah, that was.
to me. I
Mhm.
don't know.
I don't know.
And then I just deleted it off my phone when I like tried to load it up and it didn't load. It was just sitting there for like a good 15 seconds. I'm like, that's too long. Delete.
Not worth it. Nope. Later. All right.
I know. I was like, I'm not gonna
Later,
wait too
skater.
long.
All right. So our main site is, of course, cultureofgaming.com, and we have two Facebook profiles. I guess they call them pages, walls. I don't even know how does Facebook work. Facebook.com/cod.net and Facebook.com/powerpod. And then Discord. We have community Discord for all things culture of gaming. An invite to which you can find on the right-hand side sidebar of our main site. And then Twitter at COGDOTNET, that's at COD.net, Instagram at Culture of Gaming, YouTube.com/Culture of Gaming, Twitch.tv/Culture of Gaming, MySpace.com/PowerPod. You can ask us questions through any of the. What?
No MySpace.
No more MySpace?
Kill it.
Oh, okay.
Just kill it.
Okay. I'm taking it off the dock, forever to be dead.
Oh dear.
What?
I mean, MySpace is dead, so.
Taylor, just because I roll my eyes every time doesn't mean that I want you to actually remove it. That's what
It's like a meme by this point.
It's a meme. You can't actually take it off.
You can't kill a meme. That's murder.
You just told me to.
Murder.
I was following orders.
Don't
Okay.
listen to me. What do you?
No, not you. I was talking to Anthony. He was like, no, stop,
Hey,
stop. He
Listen to
stopped.
Anthony.
He stopped. He stopped. He was like, no, stop. He was made the signal stop. It's like, what? What do you want? What's going on? Anyway.
You've been saying like Anthony.
All right. Anyway, and then the audience, you guys can ask us questions anywhere, anywhere while we are live. We much prefer the Twitch chat or the community Discord or Twitter, and we'll answer your questions as we see relevant to the conversation. So, as at least 3 out of 4 of us here are still Switch fans, our leading topic today is in regard the newly announced Switch Lite. So, Nintendo earlier this week announced, I don't want to call it the successor to the Switch, but more of like a variant or like a new SKU of the Nintendo Switch console. It's of course called the Nintendo Switch Lite because it's creative. Comes in 3 pretty magical looking colors. You got the gray, this Pikachu yellow, and then this really nice teal. You can tell which one I like the best. And yeah, it is a few different changes away from like what we have now as a Switch. And the first of which is that it is slightly smaller. I think the screen is like reduced by half an inch or an inch.
Yeah,
It's
decent amount.
yeah, it's just a little bit. It still has a USB-C charging port, but it is not dockable, which means it doesn't have a video output through USB-C, which is fine. The Joy-Cons it still has the same control scheme, except it has a D-pad instead of directional buttons, which I don't know. I can prefer the directional buttons, to be honest.
What?
It's
Yeah.
the first time I've ever heard anyone say that.
I prefer the directional buttons.
very
I always had the
strange.
problem with the D-pad, where it's
Oh, right.
just like, it'll misinterpret what I want in, it's just
guess.
like-
That's
Yeah,
just on
like-
the Switch Pro controller. Yeah.
How do I
Oh,
throw
okay.
a fireball?
Okay.
He doesn't play Andrew. He doesn't play platformers, so
I
he.
know.
Yeah.
would,
Okay.
Oh, you don't play platforms?
No, I don't. And so yeah, the Joy-Cons are not I don't know, you can't even call these Joy-Cons anymore. They're not unattachable. The control scheme is the same, but they don't come off like normal Joy-Cons would. Although normal Joy-Cons, so the wireless stuff that you can attach from a normal Switch, will still work on a Switch Lite. And this is perhaps the most important part. It is $100 cheaper than the normal Switch. It's going to, and it has the same internals, which actually should technically perform just a little bit better if the screen's a little bit tinier, but it has better battery
imagine.
life also, and I think
Yeah.
that's kind of the
Yeah.
big thing also. So yeah, okay, this is pretty cool. Honestly,
It
I
is.
like this. I like
I
this a
agree.
lot, actually.
It's very cool. Anthony, would this get you back into the Switch game?
No.
Ah.
So the main point that I'm going to bring up here is it's not docked. I think you just said that earlier.
Yeah.
So that is going to be a bit of a letdown for quite a few people. As
How
some
so?
people who have been thinking about picking up a Switch and were like kind of looking at the Switch Lite as an alternate option, like when it was announced, due to price wise and everything. Because over here at Switch is like $400.
Okay.
So a lot of people won't be able to pick up a Switch now because of pricing, in a sense. So because it's a very expensive console to pick up, I would say I am a little bit disappointed that it's not dockable. I mean, it is obviously a cut down version of the normal Switch. It is the Joy-Cons don't detach, which I think is a good thing because obviously they've got to do something to make it a cut down version. I think the only issue that I've got with it is it's not dockable, which, I mean, I don't really play my Switch in docked mode,
Then
but
just buy a regular
a lot of
Switch.
people do.
If you want the
I
dock,
mean-
just buy a regular Switch.
True.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
But yeah, I don't know. I would have thought they might have included a docking capability, but apparently not.
Oh, I see
So,
what you're saying.
Okay.
I could understand.
Well,
I can understand
okay,
where
this
you're
is
coming
like
from there, I suppose.
this is about it being like almost a full, I don't want to say conversion, but like this is fully embracing like the handheld mode.
Yeah.
So it's like a 2DS in a sense.
Yeah, almost. Well, I don't know. It's like, wasn't the 2DS gimped on hardware anyway? This isn't, if anything, this is technically a better hardware package because of the better battery life for portable, which I guess made sense, you know, if you're gonna trade, or it's like you're gonna have something that's only portable, you want to jack up the battery life past the 3 hours that you get.
Definitely.
One concern I might have, I genuinely hope that the controls controls on this thing are going to be more durable than the standard Joy-Con that come with the Switch, because those things are flimsy as heck and they're pretty expensive.
I'd imagine
I've had to replace or send in repair. I don't know, more than a couple of my Joy-Con over the past couple years.
Okay.
Like the majority of them are broken right now.
Really?
It's it's bad. It's real bad. And if we have the same sort of situation here on a hardwired controller, that's an issue. Because sending an entire Switch in for repair is much more of a concern than just sending in a Joy-Con.
Okay.
I mean, that's what I would be concerned about.
The Game Boy is it's a similar concept, like your the 3DS or the Vita even, right? Like I never ran into issue for any of those consoles really, like the handheld consoles. So.
Well, that's why I'm saying I hope that this is more durable. This proves to be more durable than the Joy-Con that come with the Switch.
I'm kind of assuming because like I don't know, I forgot to mention this going through the little rundown. Also, the sides, the control sides for the Switch Lite, they don't have the HD rumble or the IR motion camera that's in a normal wireless Joy-Con. And I mean, they are like part of the console. They don't come off. I mean, such a big like breakage point for the Switch as it stands now is like it's super easy. Just take a Joy-Con, just like crack off the side and everything, and the rail will come off really easy. The little bolts strip super hard. I don't know. Do you guys watch Jerry Rig Everything? Have you guys ever heard of him? Okay.
Yeah.
He did it's a YouTube channel. You guys should check him out. He back in 2017 when the Switch first came out, he did a little like Switch teardown and durability test and everything. And yeah, it's super easy just to just crack a Joy-Con off the side. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So
I nearly did that a couple of times.
I wonder because you can't take the things off. So can you play games like Mario Party? Like, not that anyone should play that game anyway, but like
or 1-2 Switch, you know.
Yeah, like you can't really. Those games don't work. On
no,
that
like
console,
natively you can't. But it does work with other Joy-Cons, so if you wanted to play 1-2 Switch, you can always attach wireless Joy-Cons to it, but it's just like, that doesn't seem, I don't know, it's like, I can't imagine the logistics of that. You have this tiny-ass screen that, like, 2 people have to pay attention to, you know? Yeah.
That's what I mean about the whole... That's what I mean
kidding.
as well, about the whole docking capability. They're cutting out the whole multiplayer side of things as well a bit. And
No kickstand. No kickstand.
Is there?
No good day.
That's right. There's no kickstand. Okay.
Well, I guess in that sense, Anthony does bring up a legitimate point because, I mean, people who buy this are going to be walled off from a good chunk of the Switch Switch library, just from the logistics of the hardware.
I mean, games like Mario Kart and Mario Party.
No, Mario Kart will work just fine. Mario Kart will be
Mario Kart will work just fine, but you won't be able to do local multiplayer.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
right.
big aspect of that game.
This is definitely just for like kids. Like, hey, you want your own like iPad, you want your own Switch, like.
Yeah, exactly.
Like kind of thing.
I guess it's just going to be on Nintendo to make clear, hey, if you're looking for local multiplayer, this is not the thing to get.
Oh, for sure.
This does kind of appeal to me, though, because this does appeal to me because like I rarely dock my Switch. What I usually do is like I have this so it's like I'm sitting at my desk or whatever. I'll usually be talking to like friends on Discord or something, and so it's like I have this little stand that I got for the Switch and everything that raises it up quite a bit, and so I just have it like off to the side here, and I just hook up a Pro controller, the Switch, and just like play Smash or something at my desk.
Yeah,
it's just like it's because it really doesn't look good on a 4K TV.
Sure.
So it's just like,
too big, right?
Yeah, exactly. It really doesn't look good, especially how close I sit to the TV. It's just I prefer.
I mean, like, G-Man in the chat was talking about it as a pure portability option, and I mean, like, it's super. I think that's exactly what they're going for, right? Like, because as someone who does as well play it pretty much portable only, I would still don't know if I would want this personally for myself, because I do want to be able to like play, you know, Mario Kart with a friend or Smash Bros with a friend, like on random, you know.
And they would need their own Switch now to do that.
Right, yeah, like, so like, because we were on an airplane when I was traveling a bunch, and like, oh, let's just play a quick, you know, Grand Prix of Mario Kart, boom. You know, we just did that on the airplane. Like, it's really neat to be able to do that, and like, it's a bummer they're like taking out. It's a bummer they're taking out like the sole like cool thing that the Switch does is like, you know, you can play it on TV or you can play it. You know, you have 2 controllers already.
See,
it's weird, but I get it. You know, it'll sell. It'll sell.
Nintendo could definitely monopolize on this. Like, if they made up or created like a Bluetooth or Wi-Fi receiver that pairs only with the Switch Lite, and say most people have smart TVs nowadays, you'd think really.
Oh, I see.
You could do like a Wi-Fi receiver specifically for the Switch Lite, so that it connects to your TV like down the line, in a sense.
Well, I know that they don't have Bluetooth built into them.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be something that they could get even more money out of, to kind of fill the gap for the couch co-op kind of thing or couch multiplayer.
To clarify, the Switch and Switch Lite do have Bluetooth built into them. It's just used to connect to controller. It's just used to connect to controllers, not headphones.
Okay. Yeah. I was thinking, as soon as I said that, I was like, well, controllers still.
Nintendo has used Bluetooth to connect to controllers since the Wii.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Sure. Good point. One thing, kind of minor, might be worth pointing out. The home button on the Switch Lite is a little bit different in that it might be a little bit different. It has a little ring around it, which might signify that it works similarly to the Wii U gamepad. Whenever you would get a notification on the gamepad, the ring around the home button would flash blue. That doesn't happen on the Switch here, but this ring might signify that you might have some sort of similar notification system with the Switch Lite.
That'd be neat.
Kind of worth pointing out, I think. But
Okay.
anyway, it would be kind of.
I also see this as like, this is kind of a cool thing if you're like traveling by yourself and you don't want to bring your big Switch. Switches are kind of big and clunky a little bit. You could like just take your smaller one with you. I mean, so.
Yeah.
And it's only $200. Like, that's cheaper than like what the Vita launched at. So I mean, it's not like it's.
What did the Vita launch at? Like $250?
$250, yeah.
Oh god. That's why that failed.
So I mean, I got one of those things at launch.
How much is it to buy a normal Switch now?
300 still.
300 USD.
Yeah, you might be able to find it on sale or something.
Might be able to cop it for $250 somewhere on sale. Though.
Well, now that this is out there, I have a feeling that we're never going to see a price drop on the Switch.
No, we won't.
Unfortunately.
Won't happen. Nintendo doesn't drop their prices on anything anyway. So.
I know. So I was like looking at like deals, like, oh, Legend of Zelda's on sale. I'm like, oh, sweet, it's like $50. I'm like, that game's like 3 years old.
Yeah, Nintendo Lite stuff doesn't really depreciate all that much. Yeah, okay.
I find it interesting that this is probably going to end up filling the void that the 3DS kind of left whenever it, for all intents and purposes, died off.
I was gonna say
last year.
I was gonna say the 3DS died for this.
Yeah.
Kind of as a joke, but yeah, it's like it definitely did. You know, it's like pretty early, ever since the Switch launch, Nintendo merged the handheld and console divisions. So yeah, this is probably.
Have you guys tried going back to your 3DS recently? The screen on that thing is just.
Nope.
Oh,
it's bad. I don't even have one. I don't have one.
And there's no game I really want to play on it anymore. You know, it's just like I had the 3DS specifically when Federation Force came out. Played that game that year, and then the next year Samus Returns came out.
Why would you buy it for that game?
Because I'm a huge Metroid fan. It was the first one we had gotten since effectively Prime 3 Corruption, because we don't count Other M. And so, yeah, it was just like...
Hey, at least you got to play Samus Returns.
So
Samus Returns,
like,
I still think is great.
Yeah, it's just like, and then the next year I booted on my 3DS for the first time that year when Samus Returns came out, played through Samus Returns, and haven't touched it since. So...
Yeah. Get like the WarioWare game on there.
I might, yeah, I might.
Earlier this year, when I was out in ye old country of California for a wedding, I booted up I brought my 3DS along because I forgot to bring a charger for my Switch. And I played Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time back to back. So
wait, just use your phone charger. It's USB-C. Oh, you have an iPhone. Whoops.
You got it, buddy.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was gonna beat Dark Souls that time.
Okay.
Anyway, Switch Lite, it's a thing. I might get it for my brother. You should get it too, probably.
Okay. No thanks, I'm good.
I don't know. I guess.
Okay.
Good. Like a good uncle gift, like to get your
nephew or something.
Sister, yeah, yeah, you know,
Yeah.
like your.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, that seems like a decent idea, actually. Thank you. I have like 3, 6, 7 total nieces and nephews.
Oh,
So-
you can't get that then, because you're gonna buy them for everybody.
Right, exactly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Get prepared for the $1,400.
Yeah, my siblings are like rabbits. Let's just say that. Yeah, all right. I forgot to mention this. There's also a special edition Switch Lite for Pokemon Sword and Shield, which is kind of a shame because like that's effectively a 3DS game port from what Sword and Shield, just like graphically and everything. Kind of disappointing, but that color looks cool. Also, the left side is the like Sword color, the right side is the Shield color. So you got this like kind of lighter blue and this sort of like darker pink. It looks really nice, and then like the entire Switch itself is like this off-white sort of thing, and then on the back there are etchings of either like the Pokemon form and whatnot. So
oh man, I just looked. The yellow one's really cool. It reminds me of like a little like question mark block.
yeah, almost.
Like that.
Cool.
I personally,
Yeah,
it's
cool.
like, in case it wasn't obvious earlier, I'm personally really like the teal one because it's like back when the DSi came out, I got like that teal DSi, like that powder blue DSi. So it reminds me a lot of that.
I want those
cool.
that clear purple. That's the stuff that I want. Like my old Game Boy Color.
The Nintendo 64 clear purple, or the Game Boy Color.
Yeah.
Didn't they do an N64 controller also though, like that? I swear.
Yeah, they did. I believe they did a lot. They did N64s in like
so many cool things.
See-through green, see-through like a bunch of stuff.
Yellow, white.
Yeah. I just ordered a new PS4 controller that's like clear white. So I'm pretty excited for that one.
That's cool.
And I don't know, I guess my conclusion with this, with the Switch Lite, is like, it's not worth it for me to like buy one, considering I have like a normal Switch and everything right now that still works perfectly for me. But had this been available at launch, I probably would have opted for this one as opposed to the regular version.
I might have, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of the conclusion I got. And we're still not done with Switch news either. So this is separate from the Switch Lite completely, considering this pertains to the original Switch, it would seem like. Nintendo...
Kind of linked.
Nintendo, and this is retrieved through some FCC filings and everything. Nintendo has requested a change of the SoC type, change of NAND memory type, and the CPU board change due to the above two components for the Nintendo Switch. So it's basically saying it's asking for permission to change a couple things about the system, specifically the processor, its onboard storage, and then the subsequent board needing to accommodate the new things. So this goes down 2 paths. This is either a mild hardware refresh of the Switch, just trying to modernize everything a little bit, trying to keep things up, or this could be the Switch Pro, which has been rumored alongside the Switch Lite.
Right.
So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Go ahead, Ethan.
It would be weird if it were just a refresh for the original Switch, because then you'd kind of be, I don't know, subtly splitting your audience, your user base.
Yeah.
When they're not really aware of it, I suppose the vast majority of people are just going to say, "Oh yeah, it's just the same old Switch we've had before." When in reality, one is going to be booting up faster than the other. I don't know. I would say it's probably for a Pro version.
I don't know, because I mean, Xbox has done it with the the 360, like the slimmed down 360, the One S and all that kind of stuff. There are kind of the same hardware specs kind of thing in a console, but they're just making kind of small tweaks. I think what they're doing here is, say in this article, it's actually rumored that the Switch Lite will be getting a NVIDIA Tegra mobile processor.
I mean, that's that's the same spec that's in the Switch right now, and besides the battery, the Switch Lite is keeping the same spec as the Switch.
So it's actually a different processor that's in the original Switch. It's a newer model, I believe. Okay. According to this article, at least. So what they're saying is they're not wanting the Switch Lite to be kind of better than the original Switch, so they're saying that they're going to same processor that they're putting in the Switch Lite in the Switch. This is obviously all rumored. None of it has been confirmed, but they're saying that this could be a very real possibility in a sense. Or it could be obviously a Switch Pro. I think it could be, I don't know, I think a Pro is off the board together until maybe like a couple of years down the line, or like a year or two.
Okay.
Because I mean, why would they announce a Switch Lite and a Switch Pro at the same time? To me, it doesn't really make too much sense to do that. So I think it could just be like a hardware refresh in a sense.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know.
sure.
I'm kind of the mindset. I don't think we're going to see the Switch Pro branding quite yet, if at all ever. I have a feeling
I
it'll
hope
go.
not.
I have a feeling it'll go down like, you know, the new 3DS and everything. It's like, oh, this is the new Switch or whatever. This to me, I think is just like kind of the standard mild tweaking, like modernized tweaking that you know, console developers go through and everything.
Yep.
It's like, I don't think quite yet if you were to get one of these newer Switches with, you know, like the different SoC, the different memory type, that it would perform better necessarily. It might just be more reliable. Because, I mean, this isn't a new thing at all that console makers do. It's like a PS3 bought in 2006 is very different internally from a PS3 bought in, say, like 2009 or 2010 or whatever. It's just, it'll perform the same, more or less. So, yeah. It's like, I'm not sure. Andrew, what do you think?
No, I think I'm kind of with you. I think it's probably just a refresh. I don't think they're gonna.
Okay.
Especially now they put out the light one, so they have like already have the kind of like higher tier one. Having 3 SKUs is a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's.
I mean, Xbox did it and it failed.
They had the
There's One
Xbox
X
One,
The
One
One
S,
S,
and
the
the
One
One
X,
X.
and then the
X,
SAD edition. Don't forget about the SAD edition.
Yeah, well,
Sad
that's
edition.
not a real thing. But like, yeah, like I had to think about that actually. Like, you know, like which ones, how many Xboxes are there?
Yeah.
Not a good thing. So
No. There's 2 PS4s, PS4 and PS4 Pro. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you got the expensive one,
Huh.
and then you got the
Normie
normal
one.
one, I guess. Yeah, and then this one you
Normie.
have the cheaper Studio Switch, and then I mean, like, what are you gonna add like to this just Switch besides the graphics, which they clearly don't care that much about? You know, like their processors, it works for what they're doing. So
yeah. And then also, if you take Dud Bowser at his word, who's the newly appointed Nintendo North America president after Daddy Reggie retired, basically, yeah, F's in the chat. But basically, he said it's like there's no new Switch coming this year, and like no new version of the Switch coming this year besides the Switch Lite. And so if you take him at his word, then it's like this FCC filing would be very, very early to do any sort of hardware change. You usually see this about 3 months in advance. You know, for example, the original FCC hardware filing for the Switch was done in December 2016 for the product releasing in March 2017. And so, yeah, this would be very early to do so if it was actually coming next year. So this could just, if they wanted a new Switch based off this. And the fact is, and I would have to brush up on intellectual property law here, but I believe they would need a new filing for a new product. Like the Switch Lite and Switch are filed separately from the FCC, or as different products from the FCC. So, and it's like with this one, they're just changing the what's in the filing for the FCC for the Switch. Yeah. If that made sense. If that made sense.
Yeah.
So I'm saying
Sure.
it's like if there was a Switch Pro,
Yeah.
there would be a third separate filing with the hardware.
Yeah.
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that's about done for Switch news, unless anyone wants to talk about this or talk about the Switch some more. Mine is
that's
still a
okay.
Zelda
Very
machine.
good.
Mine is still a Zelda machine.
I should get that game.
It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun.
I
Speaking.
played on Wii U.
Okay, slightly out of order though, but you know, speaking of it being a Zelda machine, a little game called Breath of the Wild launched on the Switch, and we're still discovering more things about it. Ethan, you wanted to talk about this, so go for it. What is this? This seems pretty neat.
So good old Game Explain over on YouTube. They Mr. I believe his name is John Cartwright. He discovered this thing in Breath of the Wild nearly 2 years after it came out. For anyone that played that game, there's this little village kind of off the corner of the map called Lurelin Village.
Yeah.
It's not required in the main quest at all. You can kind of just stumble on it. And it's one of the coolest, most quaint little villages that you can find in the entirety of Hyrule. but no, that's kind of all that it seemed up until now. You could do some fishing there, which was about it. But as John Cartwright from Game Explained was wandering around this village 2 years later, he noticed something a little odd. That it actually looks very, 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 very similar to Outset Island, the main area, the opening area from The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker for the GameCube. And in fact, as he explored around a little more after that, it's just an identical replica of Outset Island, which is kind of cool. That nobody really discovered this and pointed it out until now. But what's even cooler is that Breath of the Wild, even 2 years later, people are still discovering secrets in that game, and it's just one of the greatest games of all time, and it's so cool.
This is not nearly where I thought it was, but this is cool also. What I thought it was.
Oh yeah,
cool
for
also.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Anthony, how far did you get into Breath of the Wild, by the way?
I didn't finish it, unfortunately.
Oh man.
Oh,
do you want
I didn't
Wii
finish
U
it
Dolphin
either.
emulator? Go. Wii U Dolphin
yeah,
emulator.
There you go.
Thinking about it. So I don't know. I got to the very end. I got to going into Hyrule Castle.
Oh.
Okay.
So,
I got you.
Okay,
I
wait.
got
You should have waited to sell your Switch just until. Oh man, dude, come on. You should have just said,
I
you know, once
know,
I
I-
beat Breath of the Wild, I'm gonna sell my Switch. But no, you did it just right when you got to the end.
I just didn't. I didn't go back to it. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. It's not good
Unfortunate.
enough. I know, but it's I don't know. I just
Taylor,
couldn't go back to it.
Taylor, we can rage on him after the podcast. It's okay.
Okay.
We'll shame him.
Unfortunate. Okay, so I thought I didn't look at the video before the show here, so I thought it's like, wait, did they just start with like a hidden level or something, or like hidden geometry for it? But no, it's just like, oh, the layout is different. Okay, or it's like the layout is almost the exact same. It's very similar.
Yep.
To Outside. That's cool. That's
yeah.
a little fallback. Okay.
Wind Waker is really good. I want that game to be ported to Switch eventually. It's been too long since I played that one.
Yeah. Okay. Andrew, what do you think?
Played that one.
I like that game. I should get it for the Switch because the Wii U version was not. It was good.
Okay. Well, if you
not the
decide to
ideal
get it for
way.
the Switch, you should not buy it from G2A because.
Yeah, that's right. Sucks.
Yeah, G2A
I
sucks
don't even-
apparently. What's going on with G2A?
I don't even.
Can you
think
even buy it from G2A?
No, you can't.
No,
that was
no,
more
I
of a. That was just a Segway
I-
thing.
Yeah. Well, so G2A, if you're unfamiliar with what they are, they're basically they sell keys, right? For games. But there's always been like talk of like shadiness for like G2A, like
For years.
yeah, for a long time. Like, oh, like these are stolen keys, or how it works is like if you have a stolen credit card, you can like buy the keys and sell them there, and like once that transaction is done, like you can't. I don't know. There's some just shadiness of how like G2A works in general.
Kind of the eBay of key resellers.
Oh, I think that's giving it too much credit. Also, that's
Yeah,
the thing.
eBay is pretty legit. I've bought
Yeah.
stuff on eBay
Yeah.
and felt
You
pretty
see-
safe about it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like G2A started as like, oh, this is just like an alternative to Steam almost, where it's just like people, maybe it's like, oh, they got a code from a game somehow or whatever that they don't
Yeah.
want, or whatever. They'll sell you the code for the game that they don't want for whatever. And then it slowly dwindled into scams. Now, full disclosure, I will say that I have bought from G2A before when they were first like sort of coming up and everything, and like before like a lot of the controversy around them started up and whatnot, and this was still a whole big thing into like the PC gaming community and everything. And I've had nothing but positive experiences with sellers on G2A, but it's like I no longer purchase stuff from there. But anyway, what I was saying is just like it eventually became just like people would get a whole would steal credit card data, use it to buy codes like for games, use the stolen credit card data to buy codes for things, and then sell it on the cheap on a key reseller like G2A. Anyway, so keep going, Andrew. Sorry.
Yeah, no. It's good to explain it. Yeah, so G2A, they've been in the news a lot lately. Like recently, even some independent developers, if I can find who said it, was basically like, hey, don't buy from there if you actually want to give like money to the developers because we don't get anything.
Yeah.
They've been getting criticism as of late. But then there's a really good one. An employee of G2A apparently they wanted to they wanted to run an ad on like on a website. I'm trying to think. I think it was Polygon, maybe even, or Taco. I can't remember which one it was.
Okay.
But they were basically like, hey, we would like to do an ad. I'm just gonna sum it up. If I can find a quote, I will. We want to do an ad, but we don't want to tell people it's an ad, and we want to talk. Yeah, and we want to talk about how it's G2A is safe and like not like a scummy thing. Like, let's see, an unbiased article about how selling on gaming marketplace is pretty much impossible, and we want to publish on your website without being marked as sponsored or marked as associated with G2A. It is a transparent and just review of the problem of stolen keys. It's transparent. However, we don't want to tell people it's related to us.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
That's not necessarily illegal, mind you. It's just dodgy as.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's.
It is pretty bad.
It's different when if you. Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, you can legally skirt around this actually.
Really?
Yeah, you can legally skirt around this. Yeah. Okay.
Because it's like selling keys.
Just.
Yeah, they're trying to like as like a like an opinion or whatever. I can't editorialize it, so it's like not. Yeah.
They're effectively like selling a topic to talk about. That's the difference. Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
So somebody posted this on Twitter, and then G2A themselves responded, right?
Yeah. The response is pretty funny. If I can find, well, there was one response, and there was like, no, that's not true. We didn't do that.
They
probably
just outright
that
denied it at first.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
And then they went like, oh, these emails were sent by an employee without authorization. We apologize to, I guess, a website, Some Indie Games, I believe is a website.
Yeah. It's a.
Yes, I believe so.
So, just to clarify a little bit, one of the developers, well, I think this was a couple of weeks ago now, was talking about ads with G2A as well, and he was like, if you're better off pirating our game. We give you, basically he was saying, go ahead and pirate our stuff. Do not go and buy it from G2A. We would prefer you to pirate our content than buy from G2A because we get no money from it. I think that was relating to a couple of ads, though. Like, if you buy our game through these ads, we get nothing from it. I think that was the way it was, but I don't believe any developers get anything out of G2A anyway.
Unless people are, I don't know, I don't want to argue the whole, it's like, oh, we're not getting any money out of it. It's like, unless people are selling, like, key-gen keys for games onto G2A, which wouldn't surprise me at this point. It's just like, I don't know, if someone obtained the key, the developer still got money from the purchase of the key, whether or not it was through a stolen credit card or the person's other card or what have you and everything.
Well, no, because then they're going to get charged. So what happens is it gets charged back. Like the credit card gets flagged for fraud or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they all...
they end up losing money in the end. Okay.
Yes, because they take the hit for either Steam or whoever takes the hit for the refunding the money back to the original owner.
Okay, I understand now.
What's especially kind of funny is that this email that was sent out by whatever employee at G2A, it wasn't really sent to any big sites at all. They didn't send it to like Kotaku or IGN. It was a bunch of smaller, like Some Indie Games. I've never heard of them before. It was a bunch of smaller sites that I guess they were hoping would publish the article in exchange for payment. I wouldn't question it.
Yeah.
Obviously, I didn't hear anything about any of those 10 media outlets actually publishing the article, so clearly it didn't work.
Did we get hit up? Did we get offered?
No.
Did we get hit up? No. Okay.
No.
Not yet. No.
They probably saw the Green Man Gaming. They probably saw the Green Man Gaming ads. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. There you go. There we go. Scared them off.
Yeah.
About 3 months ago, we got an email from G2A about something, or rather, it wasn't regarding this, but it was regarding something else. Like running an article. And I was like, nope, no thanks, I'm good.
Straight to the spam. Good call.
Yeah. And then, I don't want to throw you under the bus, Anthony. Weren't you in our community Discord like a month or two ago, linking to G2A and being like, these guys seem legit?
Green Man Gaming.
Oh,
it was Green Man?
It was Green Man, okay.
Now, Green Man is legit. They are 100%, they're like Humble Bundle.
Yes.
And we're affiliated with them.
Yes.
So.
We're actually
cool.
proud of that affiliation.
Yes!
Yes.
We didn't break the law!
No, I bought from GMG quite a bit also. Because, like, they were,
GMG.
just like that was going around PCMR at the time and everything was like, screw G2A, buy from GMG instead. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
What about GOG? Is GOG any good?
GOG, that's Good Old Games. That's run by CD Projekt.
That's like a
Okay,
different thing, though,
okay.
isn't it? It's like
They mostly do, like,
Big-
older retro.
old games,
Yeah,
right?
old
Yeah,
games,
yeah.
Because
They've
GOG
got, like,
stands
their
for
own
Good
launcher and
Old
everything.
Games. Like, Good Old Games.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So they do like really old like PC. Oh, they do new stuff too, I guess.
Yeah,
I
like
think CD Projekt actually hopped on Twitter recently and said, "Hey, hint, wink, wink. If you buy Cyberpunk 2077 through GOG, we get all the profits." So
Yeah, it's like didn't they
Oh,
also
really?
come out and say
Yeah.
because it's owned by CD Projekt, and it's like didn't they also come out and say it's just like a third of Cyberpunk pre-orders have been through GOG already?
oh, that's
That's
cool.
good.
Wow, okay.
Yeah,
Huh.
so
Is
it's
it-
like
and then
really
they
high.
give
up.
you they give you a Steam code, or or do you have to?
No,
No,
GOG has
so they got
their own
they got their
client.
own launcher.
They have their own launcher. Okay.
Their big thing is like they're
Yeah.
super transparent about all their stuff being DRM free, and so it's like
Right.
I'm not even too sure if you need the launcher to play their games, but at the very least, GOG's whole thing is just like, hey, it's like for sure if anything happens to us, you get to keep your games. It's DRM free completely,
Oh, I
and so
see.
that's why
That's-
it got really popular.
Well, GOG is cool. Do you guys really buy this whole thing that G2A actually had an employee that sent these out without
No.
authorization?
Oh no,
No. No.
that was they're
Yeah.
dumb. They did something stupid.
Because I imagine
And
if
now
it's
they're
like
trying
if
to
you,
go back on it.
you have to be decently high up in a company to do like promote sponsored content, or it's like go around getting
Yeah.
sponsored stuff,
Yeah.
To have that have
brand
access to
deals.
that email.
You could
Yeah.
be like a marketing manager or like
Yeah.
a higher up.
Yeah, you have to run
Well, the
something.
thing is,
Mhm.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure. The thing is, I mean, G2A shot themselves in the foot because now anytime that anybody talks positively about G2A, I mean, it's kind of hard to trust that
Is it an
association,
ad?
right?
Yeah.
Is it an
that's
ad,
true.
right?
Yeah.
So,
I don't know, to be
Oh,
fair, it's
boy.
just like if they were suddenly advertising, like, hey, we've cleaned up our act and everything, we've cracked down on a bunch of stuff, etc., etc. I guess that wouldn't be so bad if they were advertising, like, their own rebranding, but it's just like,
Mhm.
yeah.
yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense, I guess. I don't know. Big mess, I guess. Don't buy from G2A.
What
For
do we
now.
do? Don't buy from G2A.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't know,
I guess they're I don't know, they're doing a I just saw something, they're doing a after intense scrutiny this past week, G2A has proposed a key blocking tool.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
understand
You
what this means exactly.
Okay.
Am I watching?
Yeah, keys could be sourced from Steam. These codes could also be wholesale, yada yada yada. Okay. I don't understand it. That means to exclude specific keys from being sold on this website. Okay. I guess you can't sell everything on there. I guess they're trying to like save face a little bit, I guess
Okay.
it seems like. Weird.
Interesting.
But people, yeah, it's weird. But people are like Mike Bithell Games, like, I don't work for you. It's not your job to protect customers. You
Right.
sell if you sell, the unchecked keys.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, weird.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, if a developer sees that one of their keys is fake or is like dodgily sourced, they can block
Uh-huh.
that key from being sold
Right.
on G2A. But I mean, do developers actually use G2A? And
That's what I think is the.
That's what I think is the issue. It's
Yeah.
just like very few developers
Okay.
will actually put their own keys up onto G2A and everything. These all
Mhm.
come from like third-party sellers.
that's kind of why I said it was like the eBay of G2A, because anybody can kind of sell on it.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Got what you mean. Yeah.
I just the big thing now is just like, I don't know, G2A lacks a lot of the buyer protection and everything
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
eBay might have now. Although,
Yeah,
man,
yeah, eBay is insane. Like, if you sell something on eBay and you are 100% in the right, they'll always go with the buyer because it's like buyer protection and
Mhm.
40-day money-back guarantee and this and that and blah, blah,
Mhm.
blah. Absolutely insane.
I miss the old 2000s eBay.
Same.
Yeah. All
I
right.
don't know, man. G2. Yeah, it's weird. We'll continue to watch this. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The mess they're creating for themselves.
I mean,
Oh,
there's so many other
oh, yeah.
options aside from G2A. Just don't buy off G2A.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there's also so many dodgy sites out there. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I once bought from like a this imagine circa like 2014 and everything, 2013, before key reseller sites kind of got. One of my buddies, who I used to do a podcast with, he hooked me up with a site that was like cdkeys.com or something.
Oh,
super sketchy back then.
Yeah.
Got like
They're still going.
yeah, got like Black Ops 3 off of it or something. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, I bought off a weird site. I was telling this earlier. I bought off a weird site, and my bank called me. He was like, "Did you authorize this sale?" And I was like, "Oh God, what did I just do?" I was like,
J. Jonah
panic.
Jameson. J. Jonah Jameson comes over the phone. Did you authorize this?
I got so panicked. I was just sweating immediately. I'm like, "No, yeah, I mean, wait, yes, I did authorize that. No,
Oh God. I shouldn't
got my
have.
game.
It's like
I
you
paid
should have told
money
like the
for it.
bank rep or whatever. It's just like, did you authorize this sale? And it's just like, yes, but I wish I didn't. If you're calling me.
Yeah, I know. I got very panicked because I'm like, they're probably obviously based in the United States, so it's probably why I got the call.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We don't get that here. Like we can buy from anything, and our bank never. Like it's. Just...
Oh yikes.
I should feel privileged actually because my bank is, holding it down for me.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Chase. Thanks, Chase.
The best.
Not sponsored, by
Anyway.
the way. Anthony, let's talk about Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare, yes.
Yes. Do we
so
finally get multiplayer, or what is this whole thing?
If I can find the article, here we go.
Okay.
Finally,
so
a Call of Duty game.
yeah. There was a quote in there. So, okay, I'll just read from the article because I haven't actually seen it. The quote. Call of Duty Modern Warfare is soon to hit the market, and it's been receiving plenty of attention since E3. In a new reveal from the development team crafting up the video game Infinity Ward, we got to see the latest new game mode addition, Gunfight. This is an intense, fast-paced game mode that puts players in a 2v2 situation with a quick countdown of just 40 seconds. Type of game mode to enjoy if you're looking for a quick match. But let's give it a quick breakdown. So blah blah. Infinity Ward showed off new game mode recently on Twitch. We learned that this is a 2v2 mode where players are put into a map with the goal of eliminating the opposite team in just 40 seconds. If you eliminate the team, you'll win the match. However, there is a twist in case neither team is successful in eliminating the opposing players. When the time runs out and both teams are still active, a flag will be placed in the center of the map, and it's within this area that the goal changes to securing the area. The first team that secures the area wins the match. This game mode won't last very long as it's not a single round situation, as it's a series of matches. A game of Gunfight is only won by a team of players winning a total of 6 points. More details are likely to follow. So it's just basically they're just detailing a new multiplayer mode, 2v2 obviously. It looks, there's a couple of screenshots from it.
By the way, that blurb of text that came from gamerranks.com.
Correct.
Anthony, would you like me to post a link to that? Game Ranks, right?
Game
Yeah.
Ranks. I don't
Post a
think.
link to that.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. So I mean, we don't have many other details about Modern Warfare's multiplayer. I think they're looking at launching it next week as like an open beta or something.
Okay. That'd be cool.
There was something else that I saw on that. Where was it? I'll see if I can find it. So what do you think about this new game mode? Has this been in any other games that you guys have
This
played?
seems almost exactly like Counter-Strike Go's Wingman mode.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wingman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wingman is like a pretty much like CS:GO, like a standard like demolition CS:GO sort of thing. It's only you. It's a 2v2 just like this, and you gotta either eliminate the enemy team or plant and or defuse the bomb. And stuff like that.
and like that quick, 40 seconds.
I think it's a little bit longer and everything, but it's
Uh-huh.
like I don't think any game, like any matches of Wingman have ever ran out the timer. Just as like the maps are structured in such a way that, okay, something is happening. It's like, you know.
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. Did you guys watch any of the gameplay?
I saw a couple screenshots of it. I will say that it's like the
There's-
gun models look neat.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna bring that up. Like the way it looks. Is it a new engine or like?
It's very like modernized, heavily tweaked engine for it.
Because
They've-
it looks a lot nicer than like what I remember. Like, well, I played Call of Duty
Played Black Ops
This year,
4,
probably.
right? Yeah.
at one point. Yeah.
Like a
And like, just the way like the movement looks it looks much better. Like the hands and everything, and the way like the guns. Yeah, it looks nice.
From what it's like, I remember researching a bit about this when Modern Warfare was first revealed. It's like they've done a lot of like under the hood tweaks to the engine. So it's like they've redone a lot of their rendering systems. I think all the animations are going to be mocapped for Modern Warfare 4 or Modern Warfare. Don't quote me on that though.
Really?
But yeah, it's like they're mocapping most things, stuff like that. So.
It looks like each time you win a match in this gunfight mode, you get more health as well.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
So like, because when it says round win and then it's health increased.
I think maybe my favorite aspect about it's like from only side the screenshots of Modern Warfare there is like they've actually positioned the camera where your head will be, and almost every other FPS it's in your chest. But it's like
maybe that's why I like the way this looks.
Yeah.
Like, cause he's like I was just looking at someone posted a video really quick. And like he's like holding the gun like actually like kind of like in front of him like you would be, not like over here on the side.
Yeah.
So it's actually cool. It looks cool. I think that looks neat.
So I'm most willing to bet that if like you were to look down in the game or something, like somehow free look down, you'll be able to see your chest and everything. That's how you know how it aims its camera position. One of my favorite mods for Skyrim is actually a reposition of the player camera, so that it's like you look down, you see like your body and everything.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. So
they should mod every first-person game to have that.
Yeah, just one of those little things.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I know that the thing that I always hear about the original Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2 is that they have really fantastic single-player campaigns.
Yes.
Is there supposed to be a single-player campaign for this as well?
Yes, and it's supposed to be, I don't want to say a return to the roots, but it's supposed to be like a lot more realistic, kind of like gritty.
Yeah, like very gritty.
Gray area of warfare.
And all that kind of stuff.
I'll have to check that out. I gotta pick up the original too at some point.
They're good, I think.
We'll just say they were products of their time.
Yeah.
Let's go with that. Yeah, they were definitely.
I played Remastered not too long ago, and like on PS4, which is like free, I think. And it was fine. It was kind of sluggish and a little funky, but
yeah. Like if you play any of the old World War II ones, like they're not as fast paced as what shooters are nowadays. They're very
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah. I'm still pretty excited for Modern Warfare. How about you guys?
Definitely.
I will play it.
25th of October is the release date for this.
Yes, I will definitely
Apparently
play it also. Have you guys heard some of the rumors that it's like this one is going to have its own battle royale also apparently?
I haven't seen that. That's interesting. If it's true.
Yeah. It's just like they're not going to like keep the Black Ops 4 battle royale going. They're going to add a new one for this one.
Okay.
You know, that might make sense. Actually, I was like against it at first, like but now it makes sense because the game's kind of dead, like at least on PC.
Okay. I don't know. It's like, although if that's the case and Modern Warfare will have like a battle royale to it, this will be a pretty like meaty game in terms of like content offered, because it's like, okay, we're gonna have a single player campaign, we'll have standard multiplayer, we'll apparently have battle royale, and we'll have Spec Ops also, like return to like Spec Ops, also the co-op missions.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Oh,
Black Ops 4 had like, zombies, and then it had multiplayer, and then it had Blackout, so there's a lot going on there too.
Okay. Yeah. I just debated like Dane with Black Ops 4 as there was no single player campaign. Which, to be fair, if you played Black Ops 3, they can't exactly go places with that. You know, that was an acid trip by the end of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's funny, when it first came out here, everybody loved it.
Really?
The Blackout mode?
No, Black Ops 3.
Interesting.
Everyone was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then I played it and no, it's really bad.
It was fine, and then they tried to get all like twisty, and I was like, get this garbage out of my face.
And it's like, oh, it turns out you've been dead the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh,
or like virtually dead the whole time. Yeah.
Or like, all that happened within like a span of like 5 seconds as your brain was like, it was like, have you seen what is that movie? Oh God, Repo Man, I think.
When he's on the train, in a sense.
It's like a movie with like Jude Law.
Total Recall?
No. Okay. It's called Repo Man. It's like with Jude Law and like Forrest Whitaker.
Oh.
But like I guess I'm gonna spoil this random movie, but like half of the movie is like him being dead, and you're just like, wait, what?
Oh, is it the
That's
one where
lame.
it's like he has to stop the bomb from blowing up on the train every time he
Nah,
fails? He
it's-
resets, or is that no? Okay.
It's like
Okay.
this one's yeah. I'm not gonna go into
Okay,
it,
whatever.
But it has to do with like it's a really dark movie about like people. These guys like come and take your fake organs because you can't pay for them. It's weird.
Damn.
That sounds like some of the Assassin's Creed future crap, whatever.
It's
that's called.
it's a weird movie.
Or it's
Yeah.
like
Go watch it.
go watch it.
Okay.
What's the other? Oh, it's like the ending of Lost, right? Where it's like, oh, it's just been this guy's dream the whole time. You know?
Are they weren't in purgatory? Is that not a thing?
I've always heard that it was
that's
just
not-
like, oh, it was just
that's-
like that
that's
one
what it
character's dream the whole time.
Yeah, thought they were in like purgatory.
Ethan, I
Whatever.
refuse to believe you haven't heard of the Lost ending.
Did he take his headphones off because he
Yeah,
didn't want
he
to get
did.
spoiled for Lost?
I haven't seen a single episode, but I plan on it one day.
Never seen it.
It's not
Don't
worth
want
it.
to.
It's not worth
One
it.
day.
The
There's like
ending isn't
800
worth it.
episodes.
Yeah, the ending isn't worth it.
800?
No, I'm
800?
lying.
Sure.
I'm lying. But
There's
there's
like
a lot
8
of
or 9
seasons.
8 or 9 seasons, I think.
Yeah. I'll watch. It's on my backlog at some point.
I'm
in the
I'm sorry for
30 years from-
spoiling you a series that ended like 13 years ago. Okay.
I don't know.
Were you even born when that series was around? I don't know. Yeah, you were. You were.
Come on now.
Yeah,
come on now.
Yeah. Wait. Well, I've never heard the. No, I have heard Purgatory. Okay. Oh, that's a whole tangent. We don't talk about TV shows, especially like early mid 2000s TV shows here on.
Never.
Yeah,
You want to talk
never.
about The Office? I'll talk about The Office with
Can we
you. How about
not?
that?
Oh, it's not.
Not. No.
not.
I'm gonna make a controversial statement here that Parks and Recreation is better than Office.
People say that. I'm only like 10 or so episodes into Parks and Rec, but I kind of like it. I don't know.
I've been watching it a lot lately. It's very good.
I'll let you know what I think. Ron Swanson is good.
That sounds
I
amazing.
kinda-
Everyone-
sorry.
everyone's okay. Yeah, we're getting way off topic
We're
now.
sorry.
Let's talk more about video games and.
Okay, sounds good.
I don't know. Cuphead is getting a Netflix show. I guess speaking of things that'll come
Yes.
to Netflix or are on Netflix or soon to leave Netflix. I don't know.
That's totally
Yes,
game
it's
related.
called the Cuphead Show with an exclamation point.
Wow, I wonder what it's about.
I'm
The
actually
Cuphead.
curious, but- the Cuphead and the Mugman.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. I don't know. Chad Moldenhauer, who owns Studio MDHR, developers of Cuphead, went on Xbox Wire, which is Microsoft or the Xbox like blog or whatever, and
Mhm.
talked about it for a little bit or wrote about it. Yeah, the Cuphead Show. It's not actually being animated by MDHR themselves, but rather Netflix's in-house animation team.
Oh.
Oh.
So,
I think
to be seen, I suppose.
I also heard that it's like the same guys who did like Popeye, like OG
Oh.
Popeye.
Okay.
So like there's like roots of like old
Suddenly,
cartoons like in that.
Okay.
suddenly
DNA
reinterested
somewhere.
in that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
I'll have to look that one up, but yeah, if that's
what
the
I
case,
heard.
I would be 100% interested because that's like the prime example of that Cuphead's art style, I'd say. Yeah, I don't know. They didn't give too many details about it. Just saying that Netflix Animation is going to be working on it, and it will be coming out at some point. I don't know. I really like the idea of a Cuphead TV show. Oh, one thing they did mention is that it's supposed to have that kind of Pixar appeal, where it's going to be fun for kids, but there's going to be stuff in there for adults to enjoy. So
Okay.
yeah, I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay.
What
Cuphead is just
character-
say what?
What
Say what?
character does Dane DeVito play? That's all I need to know. What do you guys
Oh,
think?
heck yeah.
Obviously the devil. Obviously the 100.
You think so?
No,
Yeah.
Mr. Dice. Mr. Dice. It's got to be
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
Dice.
Yeah, he could be actually like, you know what? Unironically, he could
Good.
be a good Dice.
All right.
Good.
He could be a good
Fun
everything.
Fun fact. You know that song that Mr. Dice sings whenever you go to his lair? That's actually
Mhm.
sung by a woman. Which I
Oh,
think is-
really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, Mr. Dice is voiced by a woman.
Yeah,
It's very cool.
Interesting.
That's cool.
Okay.
Very cool deal. Yeah.
Anthony.
Anyway,
did you
I'm
ever
looking
play
for a Cuphead
Cuphead?
show.
Anthony, did you
No.
ever play? Nope. Do you intend on
Play it.
playing Cuphead?
I've always wanted to, but I never got around to it,
Well,
unfortunately.
you could play it on Switch.
Oh, that's
I
right. You
did
sold
have a
your
Switch.
Switch.
It's on
It's-
PS4? It's on PS4. isn't it?
No, it's just on
PC.
everything
or
but
Xbox.
PS4.
Yeah, PC or Xbox.
PC. Sure. Oh,
It's
Um,
hard. It's hard. It's really, really difficult, but fair in the same way that like Dark Souls is. But it's so much more tolerable than Dark Souls because
Oh no,
you're
I
doing it
think
in
just
bite-sized
triggered
chunks.
Anthony.
I'm
He just
stuffed.
triggered. Yeah.
No, it's so much more tolerable than Dark Souls though, because you do it in like these bite-sized chunks. And I would say every single time that you die in Cuphead, you can think to yourself, "Yeah, that sucks, but I can point out exactly how I've screwed that up, and I know where I could have done that differently."
Yeah,
You
you
can't always do
learning
that
all-
in Dark Souls. Oh yeah, for sure. It's you gotta play that one.
It's a very
so
good game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
That reminds me. Did you guys? I don't know if we talked about when it happened, but it got delayed. The DLC.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh.
2020.
2020.
Yeah, delicious last course. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I guess when you have to like
hope it
hand
comes.
animate everything, things take a hot minute, you know. So
So that game took forever
Yeah.
to come out
I'm
because
sure-
of that.
okay,
I would
Wow.
dare say many hot minutes.
many hot minutes. At least
Yeah.
at least 7 hot minutes, if you will.
At least.
At least 7.
I heard an interesting thing. Do you guys think that they'll have like voices, like Cuphead and Mugman?
Oh,
I kind of hope
Oh.
not, because like that'd be so cool to have like the silent, just kind of like music over an animation thing, just like that. I think that'd be cool, you know,
I can see that.
kind of very
Yeah.
like return to the oldie style.
Yeah.
1920s silent film.
Well, maybe not that far back, but
No.
like they
I
gotta
think
definitely.
the Popeye-esque thing is the best like thing I like to see
Yeah.
about it and everything, like classic
Yeah.
Popeye.
Yeah. So let's see that. For King production for King Features, that's the name of the people which also own the rights to popular comic properties such as Popeye, Garfield, and Archie.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
God, can you
Those
imagine
guys.
if
And
it
then
turned
some
out? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, some of the people who've been working on it also like worked on like Mickey Mouse shorts and like Rocco's Modern
Yeah.
Life.
Mickey Mouse.
I was about to
Clubhouse?
say, I think the
I love
No.
I love Rocco's Modern Life so much.
I was about to say I think the best point of reference for that kind of art style is the Steamboat Willie, which is like the
Mhm.
original Mickey Mouse cartoon. That's probably
Yeah.
the closest
Cool.
comparable thing. That's it. But
Yeah.
enough about Cuphead. Yeah,
Enough
enough
about
about
Cuphead?
Cuphead. Taylor, do you have something to say about AMD by any chance?
Oh, I'm not sure I want
Is
to.
it-
I just want to make one
Yeah,
last
that's-
quick point about Cuphead really quick as I answer someone.
Okay, sorry.
Can you imagine it's like the Netflix one turned out to anime? Like turned out to be an anime?
That'd be so cool.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, okay. I guess we're down for this. I guess we're down.
Yeah,
okay.
dude. Like
That was
Yeah,
not the
I want
reaction
that.
I expected. I was expecting you guys to be like, "No, get out of here, you degenerate." I think Ethan.
No,
is, like, thinking
Like
that.
Naruto running to Area 50.
No, get out of
no.
here. You...
I want it to be like the same art style, obviously, but I want it to have like weird anime cuts, you know, like his like cuts up to his close of his face, and he's like Mugman and like powering up for like 3 episodes, stuff like that.
And then it's like he's gonna power up like this ultimate like finger gun attack or something for like as I said, like 3 episodes. He's gonna miss it. Yeah, he's gonna miss it. He'll miss it.
That'd be great.
Just like the
Yeah,
spirit
I don't
bomb.
know.
Giant callback to the spirit bomb.
I've been watching a Gretzky, or how I'm not
Okay.
how you should pronounce it. But that's a great anime you should all watch.
My insides are rotting away right now.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
No, I just want pure 1930s animation.
Okay.
Sue me. Sorry.
Okay.
Or just like Mugman getting real pissed. God, I love Mugman. He's so great.
Okay.
Just imagine like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure crossed with Cuphead. Oh man.
It's like,
I want this so much right now. I can't even. Yeah.
You live in your fantasy world, Taylor.
I
You
do.
live there.
I truly do. Okay. So, let's talk about a little bit of tech here. So, on
Okay.
July 7th, this year, this was 6 days ago now, AMD launched their their second gen Ryzen 3000, like their second gen Zen architecture Ryzen 3000 processors. Please diversify your names, Game AMD. And so anyway, processors, mass critical acclaim, very solid choices. I would recommend anyone looking to build a PC and consider a Ryzen 3rd gen processor there. And so anyway, with these new line of processors, a new chipset and motherboard lines from various manufacturers came out. These are the 570 chipsets and everything. So you have B570, X570, and everything. And one of the big things being touted with this latest Ryzen release is the PCIe Gen 4 offering a bandwidth off the top of my head, I think maybe 64 gigabytes a second of bandwidth, which is pretty insane. To give you an idea, 3rd gen I think only does 32 gigabytes, and so or 32 gigabytes a second. And so basically, AMD said it's like, you know, it's only gonna work with Ryzen 3000 and the X570 chipset. If you want PCIe Gen 4, you need latest processor, latest motherboard, etc. Asus, they decided, well, you know, AMD isn't quite true, or, you know, there's some conflicting marketing materials here. I don't know what exactly happened here, but Asus decided to publish a little table at a conference in China. That it's like most of like our X470 chipsets and B470 chipsets, which were what 2nd gen Ryzen would have been running off of. So it's like the Ryzen 2000 series would have been running off of that chipset, will actually support PCIe Gen 4. And it's like, despite the tracings technically being different to get it, the signal integrity for the slots and everything, are still fine. So it turns out, contrary to AMD's popular belief, you don't actually need the latest and greatest from them in order to do PCIe Gen 4 stuff.
Sounds about right.
So I want to talk about this because I don't want to say I want to rage at AMD and everything, but it's just like, this is like, I'll come out and say it. This is blatantly anti-consumer from AMD, and I hope Matt is still listening to this.
Nah, he's playing CS:GO.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Yeah, but it's like, I hope Matt is still listening to this. Yeah. Do you have enough hats? I don't know. Do you?
I have a lot of hats.
Oh.
You need one more. Just one more.
It's a problem.
It's a problem. Okay.
It's an addiction.
And so, yeah, AMD, what's going on there? You know, what's going on?
You know what? I just learned what the PCIe slot was like 3 days ago.
Okay.
So that's about how much I know about motherboards.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, we don't do dial-ins. But yeah.
What's going on, Space Mongoose?
Yeah, we don't do dial-ins. Sorry.
Space Mongoose.
Good name.
And so
we could actually, interesting point, completely off topic. We could implement like a message if we wanted to get cool, like a couple of, I don't know, a few episodes down the line where people record stuff and then we proof listen and then play them. Obviously,
you want to get a line?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I want to hear you. Why would I want to hear you, sir?
Oh, that was mean.
I'd be fine with it.
That was mean.
It was.
Ethan wants to hear me.
Why do I want to? I never said anything of the nature, sir. But maybe.
But yeah, I was looking into getting an Elgato PCIe slot.
Yes.
And turns out I have one of those.
Yes.
And I think I can plug that Elgato card into said PCIe.
Yes, so as long as you get like the Elgato PCIe capture card, not the external capture card. That is correct.
Yeah, I have an external right now, and it's been a pain in the buns. So,
yeah.
I think I'm gonna get one of those ones.
But yeah, no, this is kind of cool though, because with PCIe you can do all sorts of fun stuff with it. Like you can attach SSDs into a PCIe slot, and then yeah, so Gen 4, you know, literally doubling the bandwidth of Gen 3. Yeah. So. Yeah.
You don't accept callers for some reason. No reason.
No reason at all.
No reason at all.
There's no reason. Like, there's absolutely no reason, no possible way that could possibly go wrong.
You can.
No way. Come on.
Join us on our community Discord, where you can feel free to ask us questions there, or you can
go in the
ask
Twitch
us,
chat.
In the Twitch chat as well.
Bring up points about AMD in the Twitch chat also.
The
100%.
The Discord thing is right down at the bottom. So click on the Discord emblem, and it will take you to our community Discord. You don't have to go to our site, it's right down there.
Okay. Alright, so yeah, what do you guys think? AMD anti-consumer, yay or nay?
I mean, I think they just want to sell their own stuff, right? So
yeah, that's what this is.
Whatever.
This is such an Intel move by AMD. Oh man. Let's let it be honest, it's such an Intel move. Anyway.
yes, I don't know, I don't follow.
Okay. Anthony, what do you think?
I don't know. I mean, it is kind of anti-consumer. I've obviously got a AMD CPU and a couple of other AMD parts on my computer. I think it's like, I don't know. I think do we want to go the whole kind of cross-gen, like, what's it called? Can't even think of the term, so it's awesome. I don't know. I think they like doing their own thing. It kind of gives people more reason to buy AMD specific parts. It makes AMD get more money out of it. In the end, they're a business.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna do their own thing. It would be nice if they played nice with others, obviously, but I don't know. I think AMD's gonna do their own thing, and so is Intel. Like once Intel does their GPUs, they'll probably be, hey, pair up with an Intel CPU. It only works on this framework or whatever.
Oh man, that'd be disgusting.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be disgusting. All right, Ethan, what do you think?
I'll be frank with you, sir. I don't think I'm the most qualified to talk
Okay.
this topic.
All right. All right.
It's a bit out of my league.
That's a good way of saying that.
Oh, this is I don't know.
Ethan blacked out there for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. I don't know, I pulled an Intel.
Taylor.
Yeah. Oh, what's up?
Taylor, thank you for doing. Thank you for doing God's work. The work of the more mechanical stuff on this podcast. That is not
This is I don't
not
know.
my realm, unfortunately.
Yeah, this to me is just like it's so out of character for AMD, and it kind of breaks that term isn't PG, but I don't know what else to say. Kind of breaks it lifts the veil from the AMD sheeple's eyes. Let's say that. You know.
You're just an AMD hater, so.
Yeah, maybe I am. I don't know. I hold them to a very rigorous standard, and it's like same thing for Intel. Also, it's like I hold like every tech manufacturer to a very, very high standard. So it's like no one is free from sin though. So you commit one, you didn't get called out. All right. Before that goes any further, what games are releasing? Anthony, go.
You know what? I've done it again. I don't have the list, which is awesome.
Is anything even releasing this next week?
I don't. Well, let's see.
Is Earth or like Astral Chains? Is that releasing this next week? Is that one of them?
Let's see.
No, that's a little.
Yeah. Fire Emblem Three Houses is coming out the next couple of weeks, I think.
Oh, that might be out like next week.
Where are we? July. August. What's the date? 14th.
13th.
Fine, whatever. So, Lost Orbit Terminal Velocity is going to PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch on July 16th. So, 21st. Okay. Kill Squad. Yeah, you guys check that out at E3. He's going to Steam Early Access.
Oh.
I like that game.
On PC, obviously, on July 16th as well.
Oh, that seemed neat. Okay.
Yeah, I like that game. It's fun. If you haven't seen the interview, check it out. It's a decent little interview there.
YouTube.com/culturegaming.
Yeah.
Cool. Fine, whatever. Summer Catchers, he's going to PC on July 16th as well. Defend the Keep, he's also going to PC on July 16th. There's a lot of PC stuff. Robo Instructus, he's going to PC also on July 16th. Must Dash Amigos, he's going to Xbox One on July 16th. Gloomhaven, he's going to PC on July 17th. That's Steam Early Access. Let's Go Nuts, he's going to Switch on July 17th. Tidal Tribe, he's going to PC on July 17th as well. Nightcall is going to PC on July 17th. Etherborn, I think Matt is doing a review for this. He's PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch on July 18th as well. Gabuchi is going to PC and PS4 on July 18th. Gorn is going to PS VR on July 18th. That is not gone, it's Gorn. Gorn. Fate Hunters is going to PC on July 18th as well. Horus is going to PC on July 18th. FIFA European, FIA European Truck Racing Championship is going to PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch also on July 18th. Telefrag VR is going to Rift 5 and PSVR on July 19th. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order, is going to Switch also on July 19th. We are also doing a review of that. Nowhere Profit is going to PC on July 19th as well. And that is it for this week, it seems like.
Okay.
Lots of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I just totally spaced. Did you mention Ultimate Alliance?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I just saw that. That's cool. That game.
Is anybody picking that one up?
I don't know. I might.
No.
I want to, but
No.
I'm so
I,
marveled
probably,
out.
I say I will, but I probably won't.
I'm so marveled out. Like, honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It doesn't look too good either, to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just
trying
not
to-
into the whole top-down RPG aspect of it. I don't know. It's alright, I guess.
I'll probably pick up Kill Squad when that comes out, though. That looked...
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to play it at E3, but I saw you guys around it and everything. Got to watch quite a bit of it. Seemed fun. Developers seem cool, also.
Yeah, they're nice guys.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Ethan, where can the good people find you on Twitter?
You can find me at Linkachuchu, LANKACHUCHU.
Okay.
Kind of tweeting random thoughts about games and movies. That's about it.
All right, Anthony,
Yep.
where can people find you on Twitter, if at all? I don't think so.
I don't use Twitter hardly. I'm doing the site stuff. If you do want to follow me, I'm at 18, and that's kind of it.
Okay, Andrew, what is your Twitter?
You can find me at Duronsky. That's DRONSKI. I don't even know if I've been I'm active on there all the time,
Uh-huh.
but I'm not always tweeting or Instagramming. But I'm around. I'll see it if you hit me up.
Okay, you can find me at InfuriousElecon on Twitter. That's at INFERIUSELLECON. Has anyone wanted to say anything the whole show but hasn't had a chance to say it? So now here's your chance to say it.
No.
Nope.
We all good?
Go see Spider-Man. It's pretty good.
Okay.
Stranger Things is cool.
Okay.
I like
Stranger
that.
Things is cool.
I don't pay for Netflix
Yeah.
anymore.
There's a Mortal Kombat movie apparently coming.
Oh, I saw that
Yes.
too. It's like R-rated. It'll have fatalities.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
That was dumb. That was real dumb.
Okay.
That's fun.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, keep an eye on the site. Videos coming soon. All that good stuff. Woo, woo, woo.
We have a heap of interviews coming on YouTube as
From-
Supernova.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So we've got an interview with, what's his name?
Bryce Papenbrook.
Yep, Bryce Papenbrook, and also who's the Snake voice? The guy who's Snake.
David
David
Hayter?
Hayter.
David Hayter. I knew his
Okay.
last name, but I didn't know his first name.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Got an interview of him. Got an interview with a couple of other Metal Gear Solid.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That was awesome. So that'll be coming up very shortly on YouTube, and also it'll be posted on the site as well.
Where is that from a convention or is that?
Yeah, it's from Supernova, which is like
Supernova.
which is like a comic/gaming convention held.
Got it.
Okay.
That's really cool.
Very
Let's
cool.
see. Tet for Thought invested like $1,400 into camera equipment the past couple weeks. We got a 4K video camera, which we'll use for Tet for Thought videos, and will also be with us at CES. And then all the stuff that has to go with that now. So a lens, which is like 180 in itself, and then a decently spacious SSD for all that 4K footage.
Nice.
To write to.
Oh yeah.
So-
Nice.
Yeah. God, photography has such like a... You want to talk about gatekeeping into a hobby? Oh my god. It's
Why
like...
is Matt?
Huh?
Is Matt being angry at you or anything?
What?
I feel like Matt. I feel like when we were at like E3, Matt was taking pictures and like trying to like learn photography.
Oh, no, I'm just saying it's just like the price like gatekeeping into
Oh,
like
I see.
photography, if
The price.
anything. Yeah, it's just like
It's nuts.
ridiculous.
I thought you meant
to
like
me.
community people.
No. It's like, from what I understand, the community is decent. But it's just like, I don't know, you need like a $600 camera. But wait, you're not done yet. You also need a $180 lens. But wait, you're not done yet. You also need a storage solution, which should be upwards of $100. But wait, you might not even be done yet. A little piece of plastic framing just so you can attach stuff to the frame of the camera and whatnot is like $80 for like 20 cents worth of plastic, So it's just...
Hey
yeah.
man, you should know better than others with all like tech stuff. That's how it works, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, you can build a whole PC system for $500.
Yeah, but you also need you need a monitor, you need a keyboard, you need a mouse.
Exactly. Yeah, there can be some level, but I don't know. It's just like everything in photography seems overpriced to me. Maybe it's because I don't necessarily see the value.
It's foreign to you, right?
Yeah. It's like it's just like maybe someone entering the tech space might see
I
things
agree.
as
Bit
a little bit
overpriced.
overpriced. So I don't know.
Sure.
Anyway, so there's that. Anyway, thank you everyone so much for watching. We will see you guys next time. Same great time, same great place. Later.
Absolutely.